Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I am your host, Stephen Colbert, and it is wonderful to be back.
Welcome back.
Feels good to be here with these great people. I've been out of the country. I mean, way out of the country.
Yeah, far away.
Down in New Zealand, out of the hemisphere, both hemispheres. I have been as far from the insatiable black hole of news that is Donald Trump as you can get on this planet. Now, I've heard there have been some developments over the last 10 days that did not go well for Donnie. But today, at the president's first cabinet meeting since the impeachment proceedings began, he invited in the ladies and gentlemen of the press and calmly explained that there's nothing for him to be concerned about for 71 minutes. 71 minutes is not a press conference. That's a one-man show. If you like Fleabag, you'll love Donald Trump in Douchebag. There you go.
They like that
Quality. It was a hit. Quality. Now, the first thing Trump was just fine with was the firestorm he ignited on Thursday when he announced that the next G-7 summit will be held at the Trump National Doral Golf Resort. Wow. Taxpayer money being spent at his own place. That is bald self-dealing. I mean, you'd have to be an idiot to defend that. Enter North Dakota Senator Kevin Cramer, who said, it may seem careless politically, but on the other hand, there's tremendous integrity in his boldness and his transparency. Yes, there's a certain refreshing candor. Hey, if I'm gonna get impeached anyway, I say it's bucket list time. G7 is at the Doral. We're serving nothing but Trump steaks. It's BYO porn star. And, folks, don't forget your pistols, because we're heading out to Fifth Avenue. But most Republicans freaked out, ran for cover, changed their names, and filed off their fingerprints. So Saturday, Trump announced that he would no longer be using Doral for the G7, tweeting, I thought I was doing something very good for our country by using Trump National Doral in Miami for hosting the G7 leaders. It is big, grand, on hundreds of acres next to Miami International Airport, has tremendous ballrooms and meeting rooms, and each delegation would have ... its own 50 to 70 unit building would set up better than other alternatives. Wow. Even Trump's announcement about not using his resort is a commercial for his resort. Look, clearly, I would never use the office of president to promote one of my own properties, even the one-of-a-kind, world-famous Trump Doral. You know our motto. It's not just unbelievable, it's unconstitutional. Now, today, the long walk was worth it. Totally worth it. Now, today, Trump continued to defend the thing he's not gonna do.
Doral was a very simple situation. I own a property in Florida. I was gonna do it at no cost or give it free.
No, you weren't. Bull Dookie, you've never given anything away for free. For Pete's sake, the Trump Charitable Foundation was shut down by New York State because it was a checkbook to serve your business and political interests. Look, I don't run for the cure. The cure runs for me. Besides, holding the G7 at your property is free advertising. But of course, Trump insists he didn't need that.
Democrats went crazy. Even though I would have done it free, saved the country a lot of money. Then they say, oh, but you'll get promotion. Who cares? You don't think I get enough promotion? I get more promotion than any human being that's ever lived. I think I get. I think I would have that. I think I can say that fairly safely. I think I get more promotion than any human being that's ever lived.
Anyone who's ever lived any time in history, I'm bigger than Jesus, I'll tell you this. I have way more hotels. Seriously, that guy couldn't even get into an inn. Okay?
Come on now.
No mint on the manger for this guy. Then Trump finally stopped talking about his resort and addressed the most important issue of the day just how great he is.
I'm very good at real estate, very, very good. Much better than you even understand. When you see my financials, which I'll give at the right time, you'll say, man, he was much better than we even thought. This guy knows right here, Mnuchin, because he was in the private sector. He knows very much what I have.
Yes, Mnuchin knows.
Yes, boss, so good. You're so good at business. That's why we're not releasing your taxes, right? Because that's why we had them sealed in titanium capsules and fired into the heart of the sun, so people wouldn't be too impressed by them. Is that right? Is that the right answer?
Then Trump pointed out he should have been allowed to violate the Constitution because he claimed other presidents had.
I don't know if you know it, George Washington. He ran his business simultaneously while he was president. George Washington, they say, had two desks. He had a presidential desk and a business desk.
Yes, talk about self-dealing. Washington, not everybody knows this, Washington put his picture on every dollar. Can you imagine the royalties? He got a taste of that. Daddy got his beak wet on every dollar. Not much, but it adds up.
Trump was furious. Furious! That's a new one.
Yes, Washington, like that, adds up, like that. They had this, they like.
So the G-7 will now not be at Doral National, and that gives Trump a sad.
It was so good. Florida loved it. They love economic development. It's a beautiful place. It's new. It's been totally rebuilt. It's new. Everything's good. Got massive meeting rooms, unlimited for security because it's on, hundreds of acres. Right next to the airport, Miami International, one of the biggest airports in the world. Some people say it's the biggest, but one of the biggest airports in the world. It's only minutes away.
Has Trump ever been to Miami International Airport? I have, and I'm pretty sure they're pulling the troops out of Syria because they're needed to quell a riot at the Auntie Anne's in Terminal C.